I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Marvin Brickner,
Here.
Jim Florida, Brian Dammit,
Here.
Luther Williams,
Here.
Debbie Cup.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Do we have any correspondence?
No.
Okay. We have no old business, so that's new business. I'll read the rules of conduct. At a public hearing before the board, the petitioner or proponent shall first present the facts and arguments in support of the case. Those who oppose the petitioner shall follow. The petitioner shall have rebuttal time at the conclusion of those opposing the petition. Those opposed shall then be allowed a total maximum of 10 minutes to rebut any new statements made by the petitioner in this rebuttal. It should be within the discretion of the board to impose any time limitations on either the petitioner or respondent and to limit public comment to the determined by state statute to be interested parties. Written remonstrances shall be accepted by the board, but need not be read into the board's record. This then concludes the public hearing. To maintain orderly procedure, each side shall proceed without interruption by others. All materials presented by the petitioner and or remonstrant or supporters to the petition, including photographs, shall become property of the board and part of the record. Our first case is UV 2024-57, Jason Fleeky, and I apologize if I said that wrong. The address is 548 North, 450 East, Valparaiso. The zoning is RR, and the request is to continue the use variance, allowing an online gunsmith business from the residents. Before a petitioner comes up, staff, do you have any comments or anything we need to know?
No.
Mike, did you want to say anything? Okay. Yes. We'll need your name and address and tell us why you're here.
Right. My name is Jason Fleeky. Address is 548 North, 450 East, Valparaiso, Indiana, 46383. Here for, as stated, use variance to be able to continue to operate my FFL firearms business out of my house. So it's a non-storefront business that is by appointment only and mail, via UPS or FedEx. Other than that, it's not a high traffic business of any sort. So, and just to clarify, I noticed this on the write-up. You said online gunsmithing business. I said, when I filled it out, I know I didn't say gunsmithing. I think it's gun business, but it's firearm sales and transfers. So if somebody buys a gun online and needs to get it delivered to me, if somebody is requesting a firearm, I can find it, order it, deliver it to me, and then they come and fill all the proper documentation, background checks.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. And nobody signed in, and doesn't look like there's anyone in the audience. So we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Comments from the board, Brian?
No.
Luther?
No.
Marv?
Well, Jason, since you're the only case we have tonight, we're just going to beat the hell out of you.
Bring it. Although I am already late.
Got anything else to do here? No, I know your place. I know your operation. You do a good job. And
I've been doing this now for
Porter County.
Yeah, I've been doing this now for, not including this address, probably upwards of about 14 years. So, because I was doing it at my residence when we were in Porter too. So Chester and Porter. So I've been doing this for a while and have had no problems, no complaints. I've been in direct contact with the ATF on things. So it's all an up and up.
I have one question though. Is Jason up for review?
I'm up for renewal.
No.
Oh.
Nope, that's why it's new business.
It is new business.
Okay.
What's the, sorry.
So, on these temporary situations, they come in, they do the full application, the full notification, the neighbors are notified, he's done that. He gets approved. He gets approved for a certain amount of time, years. We allow 1 or 2 or 0 renewals.
I guess it's up to the board.
No, I mean, in our normal course, do we allow them
For
within?
mobile homes, they have to come back every year. I mean, but for retail, for firearms,
Is it just the 3 or 5 years that they're given? That's what we've done on those? Okay. So, yes. And the reason is because then the neighbors are notified. No one's here.
right?
I've only
Had a problem.
got since all this, the 2 houses I can't really see because it's black on the green is hard, but just to the north of me, so across the street, not directly across, but the one right up a little bit with the mouse down, that one and the one below that, those 2 houses. I've talked to them both. I know them both. They're the only 2 new residents in the area. Everybody else has been there for quite some time now.
Yeah, we've never had any complaints.
Yeah.
There were no complaints.
No.
But I
And-
apologize, just for my education, this has
Yeah.
nothing with me questioning this case. What did he mean by, is this a view versus,
So you can cut, renewal is how many years? 3
3
to
to
9.
I know it's 3 to 9.
So then he comes back for renewal where he doesn't have to notify the adjacent property owners. This time this is a new public hearing. So then he gets a review twice. Depends on what you guys say. So he doesn't have to notify the neighbors. I think it's twice.
so he can get a 3 to 5 year variance 2, 3
Well,
times?
usually we do it for gunsmithing. We do it 3 years with 2 renewals. I think it is. So then he doesn't have to. The other 2 times he doesn't have to do the adjacent
So
property.
every like 6 or 9 years, he would
Right.
have to have a public.
New public hearing.
That's
But
thank
3 years is what the
And-
ATF.
To clarify that, and this when it all started. And I remember you were saying, well, we'll do this for a year, but that didn't work because I needed to have it for 3 years because the license is good for 3 years, and so that's why they just do it on a time of that. So
I was here at the last one.
yeah, well, I mean, I'm saying like way back when I first did this.
So the travel of his, the staff report is new case in 2015. Back in 18. August 15th, old business. Wait. Then so 18 was new, 21 was a renewal, and now we're here in 24.
And last question, renewal. What's the other thing would be called? Just
A new
bu-
public
a
hearing.
new public hearing.
Yeah.
That's what you
See,
call
this
it.
is an ongoing business,
Mhm.
so we don't make them do a new public hearing every single time. Right.
I get it. I just wanted to know the nomenclature. I make a motion to approve UV 24-0057 for a period of
3 years.
3 years with 3 renewals, 2 renewals.
All the present restrictions involved still applicable.
What do you mean? I don't follow.
If there was
Just
any
whatever
other
you-
conditions on your previous
We had any-
approvals that
Oh.
remain the same.
No, there's nothing's changed.
Yeah, but that's his way of saying we're not changing the rules that you have.
Gotcha. Understand.
So signage is always a problem, you know.
Okay. Gotcha.
Do we get a second?
Second.
Okay. When does your license expire?
Actually, November. So I've been kind of waiting for this because I haven't mailed it in yet. I sent my application down to the Board County Sheriff because that's one of the things. Because I already did that around the time when I filed this, but I haven't sent it off to the ATF because that's one of the boxes to check, approval of. And so once I get the approval from you guys, I'm going to send that out.
Are you on a current license?
Yes.
And it expires in November?
Yeah, it's like November 24th.
But what's the best timing for us to start this one knowing when it's going to
In the summer,
application.
around this time, August is fine, August, September, because
We do 3 years from now, we're fine.
because that way it gives me a couple months to be able to follow up with the ATF.
So why don't we do August instead of September?
Yeah, and that's fine.
And then can I ask one
Yeah.
clarification question?
Can we get them to agree with the second?
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree with the change, Luther?
Yes.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
How many of what you do are in Porter County?
Firearms?
No.
Oh,
No. How many people that do what you do? PLL? Is it
oh, FFL.
or FLL?
In Porter County, I'm not quite sure. I can
Yes. It's more just curious.
probably 15, 16.
Okay, cool.
I mean that's it's pretty easy. It's public information. You can go to the ATF and look. I'm thinking maybe more in Valpo and Chesterton area.
Corporate, I think we have come here probably a handful.
Yeah, I think in Valpo, when people bring up my address or my area, there's only like 6.
Yeah.
That pop up for transfers.
Yeah, like I said, I was just curious.
Do you have anybody training under you?
No.
You don't.
I'm sole proprietor. I do all the paperwork. I handle all the phone calls. I handle everything. So there was talk of, my wife can work under my license. There's talk of doing something like that if, that's an employment thing with her, but nothing has changed with her. So, but I don't think that she wants to. It's like, well, you can just run it for me, and start doing a website for me. And she's like, I don't want to. So, but no, there's nobody else. It's just me.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have ballots?
Council,
You know the drill.
Thanks, Mark.
Fancy pen. My Amazon pen.
Thank you.
motion for case UB-2024-57. Brian Dammons, yes. Luther Williams, yes. Marvin Brickner, yes. Motion carries. 4-0. You're good for 3 years.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
Yeah, and no point was I questioning. I just curious.
That is one thing that I don't know. I feel that what I do, I encourage questions, and I also, will always get the right answer as far as if somebody has a question about something. But I encourage it because there's so much negative, undertone about firearms, about everything
Oh.
else. I mean, it's so, but it's not. I mean, people think like, oh, the gun show loophole. There isn't any. It's all ridiculous. All the way
Politicized it is?
What's that?
I said politicized?
Yeah, it's all politicized so much. People they're unaware, and I hate using the word ignorant. That's kind of a slanderous word, but there is a lot of ignorance to the way the way firearms are handled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not really.
Has any questions?
Yeah, I think
Thank you. All right, Brian wants to get out of here. Any other business? If not, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.